the reading for you all. I hope you guys are doing well. To all my new and returning subscribers, welcome, welcome, welcome. Grab a seat. If you do like the content that I share with you all, please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Also, make sure you hit that notification bell so that you're notified each and every time I do upload. And without further ado, we're going to jump on into this energy. Now, I ain't one to complain, but I tell you like this. I am sick and tired of hearing about settling for less, settling for this side piece era shit. It's okay. Oh, it's just the way it is now. You ain't gonna find nobody to have as your own. You got to share your man. You got to share your woman. You just sharing is caring, and that's just it. Forget that shit. Sharing is not damn caring. And this side piece shit, being okay with being a person's side piece and trying to figure out how to play the game as it go and all that shit is coming to an end. And the ones that want to keep playing that shit to the end is gonna be the ones that get down poo moves when Thanos slap, like when Thanos snapped at the end, when that snap come at the end and this shit is over with, they're gonna be the main ones crying because they ain't know when to leave. They ain't know when to let the shit go and let the motherfucker flow. They just want to keep the shit up. Okay, so with keeping that shit up, this is the way it's gonna go. You feel what I'm saying? This shit was never cool from the beginning. You feel what I'm saying? I feel like it was a fad that never should have been partaken in. But again, every dog has his day. So, you know, the hoes had to come outside and play. And they came outside to play, and now their time has come. That this shit is over with. You know what I'm saying? It was never conducive to the love environment. You feel what I'm saying? Because it's not love. How can someone say they love you but love someone else too? I mean, that's not our culture. You feel what I'm saying? The things that people want to partake in and be inclusive to is just because they want to have their way, they want to do what they want to do, how they want to do it, when they want to do it. But they're not really respecting the culture that polygamy comes from. You feel what I'm saying? No, nobody, I feel, really, that is from the North America, you know what I'm saying, is really partaking in the culture correctly. That's why everything's so messy and it's so dramified and so dragged out and everybody going down in dumps and every time you turn around there's a new rabbit hole somebody's jumping through because people want to partake in some shit that they don't even know how to partake in, if that makes any sense. Yeah, protection. For those who've been involuntarily involved in this shit, you have been protected. You feel what I'm saying? For those who know good and damn well what I'm talking about and standing on business when it comes to, I'm not sharing my person with nobody. My person is my person. Especially if you're looking for long-term commitment, marriage, sacred divine union. Ain't no sharing in that. Because again, when you open up your bedroom, when you open up your relationship with your person to other people, then you're allowing room for other entities to come in and roam throughout your marriage, throughout your relationship, and shit get real sticky. You feel what I'm saying? That's how you create slippery slopes within your relationship, when you allow stupid ass shit like this to go on when it's only for selfish gain and selfish reasons and selfish intent behind it. It's not a cultural thing. It's not being done in a sacred way. It's not being done in accordance to where it will be appeasing to the Most High. This era is being, this era that's going on with everybody settling for this type of energy is based on selfish wants and needs. It's based on fulfilling the need of the flesh, not of the soul. And we're supposed to be feeding our souls with relationships that we partake in. And when we allow those in our people in our life, it is to be done on a soul level. You see what I'm saying? It's not to be done in a way to where we're just pleasing our flesh and doing things for appeasement and pleasure. That's what my problem is with all this shit. This shit ain't being done right. And I'm tired of hearing it. I'm tired of people encouraging this shit. I'm tired of people talking about it in a way that, oh, well, get it how you live. Fuck that. This shit ain't right, bro. And y'all need to damn tell the truth and shame the fucking devil when it comes to this shit. This shit is not the fuck right. And if you haven't read up on it, done your research up on it, and gained the proper knowledge on how to live that particular lifestyle, let it go. Because you're ruining families, you're ruining your own life, you're birthing children into this shit and creating the next generation of damn karmic babies and shit like that. Y'all need to let that shit go. Because the way it's going right now, these karmic babies that are being born are worse than the damn crack baby era. Because these karmics, I'm trying to tell you, make crack babies look like damn angels. And that's just for real. And anybody who disagree, go argue with your man. Because I'm telling you, for what I know, that's why the kids act the way they act. That's why they move the way they move. Because they was created in these type of environments. And they were created in these type of relationships. Because their parents was on this type of time. Their parents was ignorant. And the ignorance is being passed down to generation to generation. And that's why this shit seems not to be going anywhere. It just seems to be damn keep on cooking up, cooking up, cooking up. And at this point, the only question I can ask is, do you smell the wood burning? Because obviously y'all don't. Y'all think this shit is a game. Y'all think this shit is a trick and a motherfucking joke. And this is something to fucking do. It's not. You need to get your mind right. You need to get your creativity, your creative thinking back. Your critical thinking skills. And pay attention to what the fuck is really going on. Because this shit ain't it. I'm trying to tell y'all. Y'all sending yourselves straight to fucking hell. See, it's just the idea of it that sounds good. That make it look good. But it really ain't no damn good. Because look at the results. Look at what you're getting out of indulging in these type of relationships. Headaches, karmic children, fussing, fighting, all type of dramatic ass Jerry Springer ass shit. You feel what I'm saying? And it's not conducive to anyone. It's a fucking disruption. You see that? It's a damn disruption. It ain't right. It ain't right, and you just need to let the shit go. Let it alone. If you feel as though you gotta be with more than one person at a time, don't be in no committed relationship. And be honest with people and let them know, like, hey, I like to be with more than one person at a time. I'm a whore. I like to be with more than one person. Are you with it or not? But see, this is what people are not doing. They're not warning motherfuckers about the lifestyle that they're really living. They dressing it up and making the shit look good, sound good, or just not even advising the people this shit until the person do their own research on the person and oh, I'm in a polygamy ass relationship and didn't even fucking know it. Then when you try to get out of the situation, then here come everybody want to fuss and fight and argue and make you out to be the villain because you messing up the quote unquote charisma or whatever the fuck they created to have a team of people with the shit. You feel what I'm saying? My chosen ones who's been involved in this shit, who catch on to this shit, calling the shit out, is the ones that's being marked as the ones that's disturbing the peace, and the ones that don't know nothing. Oh, you ain't riding. Oh, you making it more than what it is. No, we're making it just as what the fuck it really is, which is some fucking bullshit. You feel what I'm saying? It's just based off of feelings and emotions and passion. And how many fucking people you can lay up in the bed with at the same fucking time and have everybody be okay with it. It's okay to say you like to have orgies. It's okay to say, oh, I'm a whore. And you feel what I'm saying? Because motherfuckers walking around here unbalanced and shit like that because they trying to partake in some shit and live a particular lifestyle that they really don't even know the whole full truth about. Or how to live it in the proper manner. You feel what I'm saying? It's black magic, like I said. It's low vibrational dark bullshit that's backfiring. And motherfuckers want to sit up in here and have a hissy fit about the shit because the trend is fading out. The energy is fading out. The energy is dissipating. They can't build themselves up off this shit no more. And again, the main reason why I feel like it's being done is because motherfuckers need places to live. They need their motherfucking bills paid. They want a particular lifestyle to live. And they know, like they tell us, if what one won't do, the next one will. That's the motive in which people are living in and claiming that this is a poly lifestyle. Is not. It's getting how you live out the back of others and seeing how many motherfuckers you can rally up to take care of you. And you just a gigolo. Call it what the fuck it is. You're out here. Some gay for pay, some just fucking gigolos. Just out here selling their motherfucking stuff and calling themselves polyamorous or whatever the fuck you want to call the shit. People who like to be with multiple people at one motherfucking time. Just say you a hoe. Just say you a prostitute. Just say you selling yourself. And you like to sell fucking dreams to get what you want out of motherfuckers. I just heard the other day motherfucker going to sit up here and talk about Cardi B and her relationship with the Diggs boy and saying that won't that the same one that was a stripper that was in the strip club drugging people and robbing them for their fucking money. What's the difference? What's the difference in what's going on right now? It's no fucking difference. Some of y'all is low-key prostitutes and covering it up under this energy here, under this particular label. Y'all need to stop that shit. You're mad because you're being exposed for just what you are, a motherfucking prostitute. Shit, just say that. Motherfuckers so quick to say, oh, I say what I mean what I say, I stand for what I am or whatever. No, you don't. No, you don't. Because deep down, you know what the fuck you doing ain't motherfucking right. And you just know the cover in which you try to cover yourself up under to cover the truth about who the fuck you really are. That shit is dissipating. The veil is thinning. Motherfuckers is seeing through that shit now. And that shit ain't flowing. And it ain't going no motherfucking well. And then you want to get up on the internet and show everybody your bad luck, aka your karma that you experiencing for trying to live this motherfucking lifestyle under false pretenses. Don't nobody give a damn that you getting your ass whooped spiritually because you living your life wrong. Nobody cares about that shit. And for the readers that's out here encouraging this shit, giving people quote unquote game on how to play this shit as the motherfucker go, you're wrong. You're wrong. You shouldn't be encouraging ungodly behavior under no circumstances. And then wondering why you suffering the same shit that these motherfuckers who out here living this lifestyle suffer. Because again, I feel like this. If you are bold enough to encourage this shit, you doing this shit too. Because damn if I'm going to encourage some shit like that. Damn if I'm going to even say some shit like that. I ain't standing for that. I don't go for that shit. I'm not going for that shit. I'm just not going for that shit. Yeah, see, motherfuckers is mad because they can't get it how they live no more. This shit it's a no-go. It's stew. The fad has dissipated. This shit is no fucking more. It shouldn't have been no way. But see, again, with this whole culture that the celebrities and shit is influencing us. I ain't gonna say us because I ain't part of that shit. Influencing the general population to do. Their influence is wearing out. Because they looking stupid. Everybody outside looking stupid as hell. And people trying to justify the shit. And the justification ain't working. It just ain't working. It just is not working. Motherfuckers need to stop. They need to go somewhere and sit down. You can't see this one, but this one says isolation. You need, the motherfuckers that's partaking in this shit need to go sit down, cleanse, and motherfucking heal. Period. Yeah. Want to have the nerve to be mad because shit ain't working for you no more. Your life falling all the way apart. Because you should have never took on this shit in the first place. Hurt people fucking hurt people. And that's what I feel like it was. This was the time for the hoes and emotionally distraught motherfuckers who they first love, fuck their ass up, to get out here and ruin the motherfucking dating community with this slack ass, unhealed, hurt people energy. The time for spreading that energy is a dub. It's over with. It's cooked. It's through. Benito. Keep your pain and your hurt and your anger and your frustration to yourself and go heal. Because motherfuckers out here trying to get to that bag, trying to get to the money now. What's important? Abundance in all areas, not just financial abundance, whole abundance. Motherfuckers trying to realign themselves with the Lord, cause this is not aligning yourself with the Lord. The God ain't ordaining this shit. The God ain't gonna bless no mess. That's why people is falling like acorns off the motherfucking tree right now, because this shit ain't right. And all the bad fruit must go. All the bad nuts must go. Yeah, rest and movement. Yeah, this movement is over with. It's over with. Yeah, this shit has been illuminated as for what the fuck it is. Ain't no more covering this shit up. Ain't no more the damn renaming this shit to make it sound better, easily digested or processed. You know what I'm saying? Nah, fuck that. Ain't no more adding sugar to shit. Okay? It is what it is. It's a hot pile of motherfucking shit. And y'all need to leave that shit alone and come on up out that stupid ass fucking energy. Because that shit ain't gonna get your ass nowhere. You need to go and get yourself right with the Most High. Get yourself together with the Most High. And ask God to remove that shit up out your way. Because this shit is holding your ass back. You wonder why you can't be as successful as you know you can be. You want to know why you're not as successful as you could be or should be at this point. It's because you partaking in that bullshit. That's why. Yeah. See, some of y'all is determined to continue to live out this lifestyle and wondering why God is turning his hand, removing his hand from your life. And letting you see just how bad you have fucked up. Letting you see how tarnished and tainted your motherfucking energy really is. And if you want to get that shit up off you, you're going to have to trust in the Lord and make peace with your old self and let it go. And come on into your new self. Yeah, that's what you're going to have to do. You ain't going to be able to keep moving forward in this negative ass energy. It just ain't going to fucking work. It just ain't going to work. I don't give a damn what you say, how you say it, when you say it. I don't give a damn. Let it go. And let that shit flow. Look, go with the flow. At the bottom of the day, I cannot make it up. Go with the fucking flow. And celebrate. Celebrate being a child of God. Because nothing is going to come of this situation. You must go within so you'll never go without. Because if you keep living your life like this, you're going to lose your motherfucking mind. And you're going to be locked out the gates of heaven. And you're going to be wishing you got your ass together in time enough to get the fuck in. But y'all going to be stuck in sorrow now. Because you refused to see beyond the motherfucking illusion. And you kept falling for that bullshit. Now it's time to be aware. And stop hiding from the truth. And heal your motherfucking self. Because it's time. It's time. It's time for us to embark on a new path on this journey. Because staying in this motherfucking energy, this shit is stupid. Yeah, see, motherfuckers doing this shit because they want to be fucking lazy. They don't want to be ordinary. They don't want to be regular. They got to be extra special. And every fucking thing that they do and that extra special shit is fucking them up. They think that, you know, they can't get nowhere. Life is going to be boring if they do ordinary shit. If they stick to the real shit, the true shit. Doing the things that is godly and doing God-ordained things. Like answering their calling and all this stuff. Doing what God has guided them to do. Not doing what they want to do because it's the trend or it's the new fad or it's the new wave that everybody else is on. I mean, hell, if everybody decide to say, okay, well, we're going to start jumping off the... Every time we go across the bridge, we're going to park and jump off the bitch. Is y'all going to start doing that shit? I mean, I don't think so. I mean, I don't get it. The things that people partake in and want to make a trend and run off with, they think the shit is all goddamn sprinkles and cheese and all that shit until this shit start coming back and biting them in the ass, and then they want to look around like they're trying to find the nearest unicorn, jump across the sky and some shit like, oh, why is this happening to me? Lord, why me? Ain't no Lord, why the fuck me? You knew better when you fucking started partaking in this shit. You knew the shit wasn't motherfucker right. But again, you felt as though you couldn't find no better because everybody was on that shit. You should have took that time to say, oh, well, this is my time to be celibate. This is my time to be still and go motherfucking heal and let that shit go. Because again, I don't give a fuck what the fuck going on. If it don't align with my soul, if it don't align with my calling on my motherfucking life, I'm not doing that shit. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. I'm not doing that shit because I'm not going to cut myself off from God. I'm not going to remove myself out of alignment with the Most High. So therefore he'll turn his hand from me and cut my favor and cut my grace and cut my mercy. Hell no. Y'all need to slow down and let this shit go. Y'all need to slow down and think about what the fuck you are feeding yourself and the fruit that you are producing from your motherfucking tree and be like, self, is this the type of fruit that I want to be producing? Y'all need to let this shit go. I'm trying to tell you. Because you got places to be and people to see. And you ain't going to get there partaking in this energy. I'm just telling you that right now. You're not going to get there with this shit. Yeah, you're going to be alone and on your motherfucking own. Keep right on partaking in this whole culture. Because that's what it is. That's where everybody trying to be the biggest and baddest motherfucking hoe. And I mean, back in the day, we had hoes, but you couldn't tell them from the regular motherfucker because they was not Everybody wasn't into letting everybody know what they was doing, what they was about. It was secrecy. It was a code, a G code, street code. Motherfuckers moved by the code. When you was living a certain lifestyle, you ran with certain crowds, certain groups of people. And it was, if you know, you fucking know. If you don't, you don't. Motherfuckers weren't going around fucking telling the word, telling this, telling that, this and that, this and that. No. These motherfuckers, they just broadcasting shit like it's Channel 5 News. Breaking news, a new hoe on the prowl. On the corner of, fuck around and find out. We got a hoe, we got a new batch of hoes that came outside today. Come pick them up. No. But the ones who didn't fall up into this shit, y'all tuned in, so you didn't have to tune the fuck out. And y'all listen to y'all intuition, and you stayed true to the game. You stayed ordinary. You stayed ordinary. You ain't try to be extraordinary in no fucking weird ass bullshit. You didn't partake in this weird ass era that we're living in right now, where everybody just think it's okay to just be a fucking whore, and it's not. You're not about to ever make me think it's okay to be a whore. No, ma'am. See, look, you got courage and you got healing. See, you had the courage to go heal your motherfucking self, and they didn't. And they want to say, oh, you lame, because you didn't jump on the whole culture with us. You lame, because you ain't want to be a hoe with us. Okay, well, I'm just a lame, regular, ordinary, extraordinary, godly, ordained person, because damn that shit. I'm not finna tank my motherfucking soul or my image, my morals, my values just to be a part of a fucking culture that shouldn't even have been a fucking culture to begin with. That shit is played the fuck out. Motherfuckers is burnt out, spent out, turned out, all kinds of out. Because they should have never tuned into that bullshit. This was straight and utter bullshit. See, yeah, they thought they was going to get abundance off this shit. They thought God sent this shit here. But the Most High said, no, I did not. No, I did not. I'm trying to get you to see that this shit ain't the way to be. Yeah, new vision. God tried to intervene. Motherfuckers weren't trying to hear God. Motherfuckers didn't want to hear what God had to say. But you, my obedient collective, y'all was patient. You was like, God is going to send me my person. God is going to send me my person. And these motherfuckers who tried to get you to play this motherfucking game, they are in sorrow now. They wish they did not project this shit onto you, because simply by trying to tempt that fucking earth angel or a divine being, they asses is grass. Because they knew this shit was going to hold your ass back just like it was holding them back. But they wanted to make it seem like it was just so good. It was the best life to live. It was the best thing spoken since sliced fucking bread. And you said, bitch, I'd rather exist alone. I'd rather exist alone before I partake in that bullshit. Before you sit here and try to convince me to believe that being a motherfucker hoe, gay for pay, or just a hoe for pay is better than being right with the Lord. Because they is motherfucking stressed out. Stressed out, do you hear me? With the way these tables are turning. They are stressed the fuck out. They are stressed the fuck out. Do you hear me? They don't know what to do. Like that girl said, she don't know what to do. She just out here giving it out. Yeah, they just out here giving it out. That's all. That's all they doing is giving it out. And they out here being madams and sirs and whatever the fuck you call them, running brothels and shit. And the shit is played out. They ain't making no money off this shit. They are not making no money off this shit no more. The money done dried out. They tried to revamp the motherfucking pimp and whole culture. And this shit ain't work. That shit is just different back in the day. Some shit just ain't meant to be revamped. It ain't meant to be relived. It ain't meant to be. It's just you had to be there. It was like they say, a time to be the fuck alive. That's it. It was a time to be alive. And if you weren't around when they originated, then you can't duplicate it. The outside, the playfulness. Yeah, these motherfuckers played too much to the point where they got locked out of heaven. Yep. And God is covering you, and you are experiencing life because your consciousness allowed you to break through this bullshit. You feel what I'm saying? You completed this shit. You completed the assignment. You feel what I'm saying? And yeah, you're finally getting what you put the fuck out. After all this conditioning, these motherfuckers trying to make you be something the fuck that you're not. You transform right the fuck in their fucking face. And everything, the love that you have been dreaming of is gonna be bestowed onto you. Because you stayed true to the game. Excuse me, you stayed true. You didn't let this shit overtake you. You didn't let it make you something the fuck that you're not. All I know is these people weird as hell. This shit been on my mind all week, but I've been working so hard all week. I ain't really had a chance to get up here and post about this shit. But this shit, this week, I tell you the truth, I have took that damn. I have took terror. I don't watch terror readings no more by nobody else no more. It's just too overwhelming. It's just too much stupid shit. Motherfuckers just pulling shit out the crack of their ass at this point, just to make content, just to be up here saying something. Cause the shit they saying, it ain't it. It ain't the fuck it. It's not that. I would rather motherfuckers just, everybody just took a hiatus at this point and just not posted anything than to have seen and heard the messages that are being posted and being fucking released. It's like motherfuckers is telling their business, they telling on them motherfucker selves about the shit and, that they doing in the life that they living out from behind this motherfucking camera. Talking about they tapping into the collective energy. I mean, I know it may be some people that's out here that's on this type of timing as well. But these messages that I've been hearing been sounding real motherfucking personal. Real motherfucking personal. And God don't play about misleading his motherfucking flock. If you've been put in a position such as this to give God's messages to his motherfucking people and you choose to use it and for bad and have people, you know what I'm saying, being misled and misfed and going straight to motherfucking hell because y'all just conforming to whatever because it ain't the most high. I don't know who the fuck these motherfuckers have been tapping into, where they getting their information from, but they need to stop. They need to stop conjuring them motherfuckers up, stop tapping into them motherfuckers, and try something new. Take a break, go on a spiritual cleanse, do something, spiritual fast, something to open up themselves to receive messages again from the Most High. Because this shit that they got, this ain't coming from the Most High. It's like they channeling Jezebel, incubus, succubus, Judas ass spirits. Because that's all this fucking shit that they saying out their mouth. Judas ass messages. Talking about everybody got an STD, this and that, but they coming back. What the fuck would you say some shit like that for? Why would you advise the congregation that a motherfucker with AIDS is coming back and they want to be with you? Who the fuck? That's what I'm saying. I'm just lost. I'm lost for words. Because why would you even say that? Why would you even say that this person's coming back and they're going to be coming back as a new person? Of course they're going to be coming back as a new person. They're looking for a motherfucker live-in CNA, bitch. That's why they're trying to come back and marry the collective. Because they done went out here and tarnished their soul. Their whole entire soul they have tarnished out here living this motherfucking lifestyle, living life fast, and now they done caught some, and now they ain't no good for themselves and nobody else. Can't even afford the medication to take care of the damn diseases that they done got because they out here slinging fucking meat from the left to the right. And you want somebody to, bitch, don't piss me off. I have been pissed off with tarot readings this whole week. Do you hear me? This whole fucking week and weekend. I have been pissed off. Yeah, this hood love shit. Motherfuckers on that ghetto ass hood shit. Yeah. Oh, showing in the reverse. No justice for this shit. They wrong. They're wrong for projecting this negative ass energy onto the damn community with this stupid ass shit because that's what they do. See, not only is the collective being exposed, these tarot readers is being exposed. They going back with their copying shit, creating motherfucking fake ass profiles like these motherfucking karmas, stealing content, watching other readers, stealing their style, stealing their cadence, stealing their messages, repeating their messages, studying their messages like it's a lecture, to the point where they coming back and repeating the same damn message. even catching them using your slang, using your words, talking like you, moving your hands like you, setting your day table up like you, all kinds of shit. And what I'm saying, when I'm saying as far as projecting, they're saying, oh, this is being done unto me. But they the ones who's sitting right there doing it. Because if you like me and you bounce around and you see who out there and see who's getting attention, you know, you just want to feel the streets out, see who's popping and who's not. You can see who's copying and who the fuck is not. And the ones who's paying to play. Because the very ones that's getting the most exposure is the ones who's paying to play, and they the biggest damn copycats. Because if you look at their messages before they blew up and was getting thousands of views per fucking video or per motherfucking live, they shits was sucky. They shits was down. Numbers was down. Only a couple hundreds. 50, 40, 30 views. 2, 3, 4 likes on their videos before they start copying. And then when they had a nerve, the damn bad mouth, the reader that they copying. I mean, the shit is outrageous. I mean, I wish you was a union, a spiritual union that was started to goddamn weed out these motherfuckers that's copying and out here trying to blame it on somebody else and telling the collect, oh, if you see a fake profile, it ain't me. It is them. It is them. They stealing. Like they're stealing out the damn collection plate. They stealing. They out here stealing and lying and manipulating. That's why they sending out such negative ass fucking energy and such negative ass messages and spearing out negative ass bullshit. And then every time you turn around, they say, oh, this happened to me and that happened to me. Oh, I'm going through it and waking. No, you're not. You're getting karma. You're getting your ass whooped for doing that backdoor backsliding ass bullshit. That's what's happening. And I'm tired of it being projected onto the damn collective. Because I be reading the comments, and some people be like, yeah. But then the majority of them be like, nah, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? You can tell what's going on with the collective by the comments that's being left under these fucking videos. And the collective ain't with that shit. The collective ain't going through all this type of shit. They confused as to where all this fucking negative ass energy coming from. Most people like, I ain't going through that. I ain't. Motherfuckers ain't resonating with the shit no more because it ain't the collective energy. It's the reader's energy. Their damn energy is snitching on them. Their spirit, their soul is snitching on them. Yeah, divine feminine, the void. Gratitude rampage is already happened. See, the ones that's being copied ain't the ones that's out here making a big deal out of it. Because at the end of the day, you can't copy God. God cannot be duplicated. God is the original, the end all be all, the beginning and the motherfucking end, the head and never the fucking tail. So the ones who's really being copied, all they gotta do is, you know, put in the appropriate ramifications to have their videos locked in to where it can't be downloaded and shit like that and move on. But with all this shit, they keep talking about this and that and this and that, and God led me to the profile, and God led me this, and God led me that. Gotta. It's them. It's them. They sitting up in here doing all this stupid shit, and the shit biting them right in the ass on the camera in front of everybody. They're being exposed in front of their own collective and others too, and they trying to blame it on other people. Stop that shit. If you can't keep it real, you can't keep it trill at all motherfucking times, get your ass up off this worldwide fucking internet and going over there to Patreon or to a private fucking sector and spew that motherfucking negativity. But they know they ain't gonna do that because, again, ain't nobody gonna pay for that shit. Ain't nobody gonna pay for that. Ain't nobody gonna pay to be lied to and all this, that, and the third. That's why I wish there was a spiritual, like a spiritual board that actually goes in and, you know, feels the energy for these. Like, I feel like spiritual videos should be viewed by a spiritual board, and it should go through certain ramifications to be approved or not approved for the message that they're trying to put out. You know what I'm saying? It should be elders and spiritual alchemists, master alchemists, and things like that to read the energy of the reading to see if it's appropriate to be put out to the community. You feel what I'm saying? I know everybody ain't of love and light, and every message ain't gonna be of love and light, but demonic shit should not be able to be put out. That's how I feel. It shouldn't be able to be put out. It should be going under certain scrutiny and certain eyes and certain careful critique before being released to the public, because some of this shit should not be released. Some of this shit shouldn't even be said. It's just like, what the fuck? What are you even talking about? Stop talking about yourself. That's what I've been saying all week. Stop fucking talking about yourself. Because ain't no way in the fucking hell you pick this shit up in a general fucking reading and you talking like that. See, look. Seduction. These people are seducing the damn collective into believing this motherfucker false ass energy that they're projecting out. That's exactly what's happening. They putting spells on the collective. So they won't be exposed for their motherfucking Judas ass behavior. But they already being exposed. The real ones already can see through the shit. So, I mean, it's just what it is. It's the real ones, the righteousness, the holiness, your anointings, it exudes through your essence. In person and online. So when you feel the reader's essence, and you feel that it's real, you can feel the Lord, you can feel the divine flowing through that reader's essence. They doing their job. But when your spirit becomes disturbed, your peace becomes disturbed, you become irritated listening to these fucking readings, you know what time it is. You know what's going on. So do yourself a favor. When you feel your energy being disturbed, your peace being disturbed, you can't watch the damn reading without getting upset, getting all up in your feelings and shit like that. It's not for you. You need to click the fuck off. Get the fuck up out of there. You're being projected upon. And it's siphoning your energy through your views, your likes, and your subscriptions. So stop subscribing to everybody and stop viewing everybody. Yeah. Connect. See, some of y'all, instead of going to watching all these readings all the time, some of y'all just need to take a smoke break. If you don't smoke, get an edible or something. But some of y'all, you need to find other ways to release your stress than listening to goddamn readings all day like it's a fucking soap opera, because it ain't. Because you're giving people energetic access to you that don't need to have it, because they're siphoning your shit. Yeah, trying to steal your spirit, babies, trying to lock up your inner child, trying to have you stuck up in a glass ball or in a crystal or in a motherfucking jar some fucking where, and they using your ass as a motherfucking energy, spiritual battery. And anytime they need some extra juice or they need an extra boost, they're gonna plug it into your motherfucking ass. So stop allowing these people to bottle up your energy and sell that shit for fucking views and likes and clout. You see what I'm saying? Protect yourself. Protect your energy from these people. Because they telling your story. And they living the motherfucking lie. They're putting a spin on it to make it not so obvious, but very obvious that they telling your motherfucking story all in the wrong energy, all in the wrong, from the wrong perspective, and they're projecting and they're seducing people to like, click, and subscribe to bullshit. And I'm not here for that at all. I ain't gonna give you none of that. I know I was just fed up with seeing that shit, but the righteous will be resurrected. You see that? The righteous will be resurrected. You ain't got to worry about it. You will not be overcome by this fucking energy. You just have to protect yourself. And just because they're exciting and entertaining, this ain't for entertainment purposes. You say that, I mean, people say that because of the ramifications in which these platforms are ran. It has to be because, again, but when you have credentials and you have degrees to back up what you're doing, you don't got to say that. That's for the ones that do not have the credentials to back up the work that they're doing. I bet you 9 times out of 10, the average motherfucking reader is not a verified spiritual practitioner. I bet you couldn't ask, if everybody would start asking them to show their credentials, I bet you these motherfuckers would disappear and drop like motherfucking flies. I could produce mine right now. I'm working on my master's degree in metaphysical science right now, to be exact. But I'm a whole metaphysical practitioner and a pastor. So I'm true to this. Never new to it. Being tapped in since I was 7 years old. So I don't have to lie. I don't even have to come up here and do this. I'm doing this because I'm doing what God called me to do. But I don't have to do this. I could be running my own church, running my own wellness center. I could be doing many other things with the accolades and the accomplishments and the credentials that I have. So therefore, I would never put myself in a position to compete and compare with people who are not even certified or have the credentials to do what they up here doing. See, most of these people who up here doing this are people who got ran out the church because they was up in the church doing all that hoish ass behavior, and it was frowned upon, make the family look bad to the point where the church just said we cannot take this no more because we can't cover it up no more. We can't even sweep the shit under the rug no more. If we sweep anything else up under the rug, the whole damn rug just gonna, the next person who step on it, the shit just gonna explode. All the damn dust and dirt and skeletons and shit gonna come from up under that mug. That's why they had to come here to come spew their negativity here. Because they was running up out the church with that shit. Sleeping around and gossiping around and throwing their weight around and, you know, secretively communing with the congregation behind the pastor's back, and basically is the unofficial hood preacher of the damn congregation, sitting up in here flipping cards for these people who claim they love the Lord but low-key worshiping the devil. That's what these people are. Majority of them are anyway. The witches that was ran up out the church. Because they black magic and shit that they was doing was overpowering the word of the Lord. The pastor couldn't do his job because the church was being overly influenced by the witches that was inside the church with these the misuse of tarot reading within the church. But again, like I said, the righteousness will prevail. The righteous ones are being resurrected and balancing out this chaos that's being spread on these platforms, whether it's TikTok, YouTube, what the hell ever. This shit gotta stop. This shit got to stop. I'm fed the fuck up now. I was at work. I was at work so upset I had to damn take a break and pray my way through it after I cussed out this energy because I was so fed up with it. Like I was just all day kept saying, I know you motherfucking lying. I know they ain't finna go and start spewing this shit at this very important, potent time in the spiritual realm where the veil is so thin and the transition is happening and the rise of the vibration of this planet is happening. Even down to the damn YNs with the quarter zip phase. Everybody going to this Dapper Dan era, which I'm so proud of to see my young black men doing that, coming up out of that. I'm so happy. But then at the same time, you know what I'm saying? The mothers, the fathers that watch us to get guidance on how to deal with them and parent the kids and to be the best parent that they can be, or best grandparent that they can be, or just the best version of themselves that they can be. This is what they got to come in here and listen to. This stupid ass shit that's being said about what they need to do, what they don't need to do, and how they need to do it. It's okay to be a side person. If you know this person married, you got to play the game as go. What the fuck you playing around with a married person for? The same way you get them is the same way you lose them. And then you having people out here incurring unnecessary motherfucking karma because you encouraging them to sleep around and be a side piece. And how to just telling them how to get the married man and lead the wife to come be with you, and don't think that shit ain't gonna happen again with you. Let me get on. Yeah, unconditional love. See, that's what you're bringing back into the atmosphere. That's what us righteous ones are doing. The righteous tarot readings, the one that's actually getting their messages from the Most High and their good ancestors and the bad ones, because you got to have a balance of good and light. You know what I'm saying? Everything ain't going to be love and light, like I said. But again, divine unconditional love is being spread. Not this stupid ass shit here. Oh, I'm sorry about that, y'all. My daddy called. That was my daddy. But yeah, see, you're bringing back that unconditional divine love. You see what I'm saying? And people are singing. They're raising their voice. Remember that song, the Black National Anthem? I believe that's what it's called. Lift every voice and sing. Everybody's lifting their voices, singing the high praises to the Most High. People who really know what's going on and really are experiencing this shift in the atmosphere are the ones who are just as upset as I am to see the blatant disrespect, the blatant poisoning of our people. You're poisoning the energetic pool by sitting out here projecting this stupid ass energy. I mean, I don't mean to be upset this morning. I don't mean to be talking and popping shit, but I'm just so sick of it. See, you got wisdom and vision. See, those who are wise, like they used to say back in there, wise behind your years, and you can see you you have been able to see beyond the veil. It's our time to shine. It's our time to stand up and rise. It's our time to guide our people to the high heavens, the promised land. Yeah, that's exactly what's happening. Having compassion for those who are being misled and misfed, who allow these readers to plant these seeds, these negative seeds, these weeds in their motherfucking garden. Now they're the vines that once overtook them, they're now breaking through. The vines are drying out to the point where they're able to just stand up and just break out of that shit. You feel what I'm saying? Breaking every chain. That's what I'm hearing. Breaking every chain of bondage. Cause this is some stupid shit. Yeah, revolution. See this sorcery. See they pulling every trick out they had because they see the energetic shift and they see that they are going to be weeded out, and it's time for the real ones, the real gods and goddesses, the emperors and empresses and shamans to rise, the master alchemists to rise to their correct positions, and the false imposters with this imposter syndrome will be knocked down, and they will be used as the steps to the steps. I'm sorry, they're going to be used to turn into the steps that we're going to step up and go to the high heavens on. You feel what I'm saying? So don't worry about it. These people, this shit ain't gonna last long. I'm telling you, it's not gonna last long. Yeah, because again, when you know better, you do better, and the diets are switching, and what you are ingesting is switching up to more healthier, godly food, and therefore you're able to hear God on your own, and you're not having to depend solely so much on tarot readers to read you your energy and tell you this and tell you that, because again, you're opening up your connection to the Most High. You're opening up your direct connection that you were born with to the Most High, to where He can directly communicate and talk to you, and you can hear Him. But you had to clear out all that garbage before you can hear. God was speaking the whole time, but God is not going to yell. You're going to have to clear out all that chaos so that you can hear. Yeah, and miracles are here. Miracles are happening. Miracles are happening. And they sitting up in here, the ones that they talking about, that they got so much of a problem with, that they claim that are copycats and all this, that, and the third, are the real ones. The real ones that they can't steal from no more. The real ones whose energy they can't siphon anymore. That's why the messages is so low vibrational and so karmic-y and always talking shit, because that's the only effort, that's the only energy that they are left with to stand in, which is their own energy. So now you're seeing people being so positive, so encouraging, having such godly messages to present to you. Now they only got garbage. They serving you garbage on Gucci goddamn tableware. Yeah, look at that. Now you want to throw cars off the damn floor, on the floor. They not grateful for that shit, because again, they knew it was short-lived. And they're witches. They're witches. They're not intergalactical beings like you are. Like the true divine collective. And they angry. They angry. Because they thought they were going to have a never-ending supply. They thought they was never going to get called out. But they done got called out because, like I said, too many people have woken up to the bullshit, and people are questioning. They're not believing in this shit no more. They have their own understanding, because God comes to people in His own way. God does not present Himself to everyone the same way. And so because people are opening themselves up to the Most High, they're tuning in, they're tapping in, so they never have to go without. They're hearing God for themselves for the first time, and it's such a beautiful feeling, and it's such a beautiful sound unto their soul, their heart, their ears, that when they hear these tarot readings now, it's like a distortion. They don't hear them the same. The vibration is not the same. The energetic exchange is not the same. It's irritating. It's making you not want to watch it no more. It's making you want to find new readers. Like, it's just not it. Yeah. For some of y'all practicing on your magic. And again, you're practicing on how to hone in on the spiritual gifts that have been activated and how to use them for your greater good. Because you've been manipulated into using them every which way but the right way. Now you're being tuned. Now that you're tuned in to the Most High, you're actually learning how to appropriately use your spiritual gifts. And you're sitting back looking at the grace that God gave these people as to not fully taking them out. Meaning, like I said earlier, you see how these tarot readings, these tarot up, they're now going down. God is letting you witness they fall, but it's a graceful fall from grace, if that makes sense. He's showing you what will happen if you misuse and abuse his word and misuse and abuse your gifts. But he's also letting it be a graceful fall because again, they started on the right path but ended wrong. So they were misguided. So God's having a little grace and mercy on them for that. But again, not so much because they once they realized that it was wrong, the wrong thing to do, they didn't stop. They didn't change up their ways. They kept entertaining that bullshit. So they still had to suffer the consequences of their fucking actions. So some lost an arm, some lost a leg, some lost an arm and a motherfucking leg because they played in the shit so long. But again, it is what it is and it ain't what it fucking ain't. They should have been tuned in with Mother Gaia and Mother Nature, and they wouldn't have to, you know what I'm saying, pay the ultimate price, sacrificing limbs and shit. Yeah, but see, now that you know better, you're doing better, and you're writing a love letter to your future self, you know, saying whatever you need to say to your future self and letting your future self know that from your old self's perspective, you still love you, and you're going to love you always. And now, again, you're truly aligning yourself with your magic and your gifts. But you had to get out that distortion. You had to get out that negative energy. You had to retreat. Yes, silence, retreats, solitude. You had to break free of this chain. Yeah, because, again, it was a lot of sexual energy with this side piece shit. Broken homes, broken families and shit. And they were talking about it ain't no more good men, but the good men is sitting around waiting on the good women to get the fuck out this fucking negative ass energy and wanting to be a fucking side piece for monetary fucking gain. Like, how the fuck you gonna get your kingdom spouse and your key to your new life if you're partaking in fucking whole ass activity? You partaking in being a side bitch to breaking up homes and shit. And you wondering why you getting your motherfucking ass beat and shit. Yeah, but see, in the midst of all of this, you were protected during this change. So now that your joy and light is here and you have been initiated, you are now free from that energy. And now you have stability here. You're in your higher self energy. But you had to follow the guidance and you had to offer up all that stupid ass bullshit that you was doing in order to fall up into the traditional ways of life, to the traditional way of using your spiritual gifts in the right way. Yeah. Don't let these motherfuckers fuck you up out your blessings or fuck you up out your true divine relationship with the Most High. Don't do it. Get a few messages to close this out, honey. And I just heard in my head, who the fuck told you that? Like, I don't even know where they got this shit from to even start doing this shit as a SOS or a last cry out for help. Like, these messages and the energy that they putting out is like a cry for help. They crying out. Like, they doing it in a victim mentality way. Like, the manipulation is atrocious. Really atrocious. They need to stop this shit. It's like, where did you get this information that it was okay to fucking project this type of energy onto the collective? Because this is how you live in behind closed doors, and what you do, what they doing in the dark is being brought to the light throughout their own messages, and they don't like it. Because again, like I said, when they was up and stuck on that shit, they were siphoning your energy. The divine collective energy, they were siphoning the shit. You feel what I'm saying? That's why the divine ones, for the most part, they do their own thing when it comes to spirituality, flipping cards, and shit like that. Because when you allow people into your energy and shit like that, things like this happen. Energy manipulation. Projection. Look at this, the fool. You ain't taking no more foolish leaps of faith with these people off the motherfucking cliff. You're not doing it. Yeah, you're going towards your wish fulfillment, and you ain't gonna feel bad about it that you ain't sharing with these people, and you ain't bringing them the fuck along, because they didn't get you the way you got where you at. You got yourself there. Between you and the Lord, you got yourself there. Because if you would have been listening to the motherfuckers, your ass would have been way over in West 10 buck too, some fucking well, trying to find your way, and you would have never found your way. You'd have been forever fucking lost. This is reminding me of that Avatar episode where they went into the Valley of Confusion. Um, it was just like people who wandered in there. It was a cloud of confusion in that valley. And most people who ended up in that valley never made it out. But when Avatar Aang went in there to look and search for his friend, he had to have some type of spiritual revelation that eventually lifted the fog off of the valley that these people, that these lost souls were stuck in. And then these lost souls, because of Avatar Aang's spiritual revelation, were able to find their way back home, because he solved a particular riddle or something, and brought and rose the vibration of those who were in that valley who were lost, and everybody was able to find their way home, make their way out of there. Confusion guided them there, but spiritual realization got them out of there. And so this is what I'm getting, like the spiritual realization that you're being misled and misfed by these fucking fake ass tarot readers and wannabe spiritual practitioners. It's like now with the, like I was saying, with the rise and the vibration of the collective, people are, the fog is lifting. I'm telling you, it's damn near see-through. You feel what I'm saying? Everybody's able to transition, jump timelines, shift dimensions and shit like that, and come up out of this energy and come away from these fake ass spiritual divination abusers. And that's just period. And they don't like the way the shit is going, because again, they was doing it for the money. I just heard that song by T.I. If it ain't about the money, don't. If it ain't about the money, yeah. So it was all about the money for them, and their time was, they was on borrowed time from the beginning when they started with their particular mindset. How can I get these people to listen to me? And how can I get these people, how can I feed off their energy? How can I do this and how can I do that? And when they figured this shit out, the time I started then, when they started conjuring up ideas on how to energetically manipulate people. Look, causing conflict, telling people what they want to hear instead of what they need to hear, ripping people off of their fucking money, not giving divine messages. That's how all this shit started in the first place. blame it on somebody else. No, blame it on your foolish ass self. Nobody told you to do this stupid ass shit. Look, they was wrong. They was wrong from the beginning. They shouldn't have never been doing this shit. They shouldn't have never been lying and manipulating and twisting God's word. Therefore, when they started doing that, they was no longer a part of the sanctified crew. They was working for the man downstairs. Period. It was no longer working for the Lord. It was working for the man downstairs. They chose. They answered their calling, but in the wrong fucking way. Because it was all about the money. The money comes when you align yourself with money. But see, you block them out before they could fully turn your ass out. You feel what I'm saying? Before they could fully get you turned out on that fucking trick ass shit they had try to have you on, you block their ass out. You was halfway going for what the fuck they were selling until your spirit and your peace became disturbed. Every time you listen to their message, a message from them, your peace was being disturbed. Yeah, but see, like I said, when you knew better, you did better. You blocked these people out. You got them about your energy, and you started tuning in to your own self. You started going to God for yourself, getting your own fucking messages, and you chose a different path. You realized you didn't need nobody to feed you. You can feed yourself. You can go right to the table. You can go right to God yourself and get your own fucking message. Yeah. And see, that's when you became a big dog. Not the little one, but the big one. And then after that, that's when everybody became offended by you because you got a passionate new beginning and nobody was invited. Nobody was invited to come along. Yeah. And you got blessed up. Yeah, way up. I am blessed. Yep. Yep. See, your strength knocked out this motherfucking money grab. Your strength, your courage, your relationship with the Most High is what knocked this shit out the park. These people were not able to steal from you. And that's why they was trying to manipulate you into buying all these fucking readings and paying for this class, this or this retreat, that retreat, all this, all that, you know, shit you can do your motherfucking self. Now they mad because their money drying up because of all the things, the bells and whistles that they put in place to draw people in. It ain't working no more because people can do it for themselves now. They got the courage, the strength to self-encourage themselves, to gain the knowledge to craft their own herbs, to heal their own selves, to craft their own oils and everything else. See, the ones that's still paying for it is the ones that's too scared to dibble and dabble in it themselves. They want somebody else to do it for them. So then they can play victim if the shit don't go right. Well, so-and-so did it. So-and-so did it. So-and-so did it. And it's like, okay, but we ain't gonna jump there now. But anyway, you started investing in yourself. You pull back. See, look, I'm telling you. You started creating your own shit. Look at that. You started creating your own shit. You pull back from them. Oh, that's the thing. You pull back from them. And you was like, bitch, I can do it on my own. I water my own motherfucking plants. I can do it myself. I don't need no help. All I need is the Lord to guide me to the right books, knowledge, to obtain the right knowledge so that I can create this shit for myself. I don't need nobody doing this shit for me because that's when you don't know what the fuck you getting. Everybody can make shit sound good, look good, all that shit. And when you get to using it, You wondering why your life going straight to hell in the handbasket? You feel like you got gasoline draws on your way down? Yep. That's why. You gave them access. You gave them permission. You bought their products. Yep. And they acting like they selling love in a bottle. And you was like, bitch, I'm cool on that shit. It ain't better than the love of the Most High. I cannot make this shit up. Look at that. You said it ain't better than my God's. Your bottled up love spells, and all this other shit. It ain't better than true divine love. It ain't better than what the divine got in store for me. So I'd rather not. I'd rather create my own juju than be buying juju from somebody the fuck else. Whether you trust and believe in them or not. Because see, look. They're not happy with the results that they got from the manipulation they projected onto the collective. And that's just period. They're not happy with the fucking results that they're seeing. They're not happy with the downfall that they're experiencing. They're not happy with the karma that's knocking at their motherfucking door. Because they was warned. They were warned to stop doing this shit before it got to this point. But they thought they was justified because in their mind they was doing the Lord's work with just a little bit of their spin on it. Bitch, okay, God showed you. Jesus, okay, I'm gonna put a spin on this shit, alright. When God spent the block on their motherfucking ass, baby, their ass was not trying to hear that shit. They was like, oh Lord, Jesus, help me. No. Don't call for help the fuck now. You was so big and fucking bad. Look, now your truth is being told. Your truth is being exposed. Now you want to reach out and call out to God. God said, I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear that shit. You had plenty of time to motherfucking repent and stop that shit. And you chose not to. So get the fuck out of here. Yeah, they turned their back on God and kept on looking for their ships to come in with this fuck ass shit that they was fucking doing. Now they stressed the fuck out because their deception is coming to bite them in the ass. There will be no rest for the wicked. These people will not receive no rest from the distress that they caused out here in this spiritual community. Spewing this motherfucking cacamamie ass bullshit. They had no business putting them messages out. They had no business telling that shit. Like I said, they should have made that shit private for members only, or did that on another platform where motherfuckers had to pay for that kind of bullshit. But then nobody won't pay to play with that energy. So they had to give it out for free to suck a motherfucker in and get them in to buying all that other bullshit that they was offering. Which is, like I said, the money rituals, the love spells, and all such fuck ass shit like that. Oh, child. But see, the Wheel of Fortune is here. You finna boss up on that motherfucking ass in a big way. You cutting out all the bullshit because you put in the energy and the hard work. And now you finna be big dog status. The first multi-millionaire in your motherfucking family. Yeah. The money is yours. You left them picking any ass readers out there in the wind. And you bossed up on your own. And you got your 10 of cups. And you got your shit together. Like, period. Don't put so much faith into people that you don't even really fucking know. You feel what I'm saying? You see, like you see me. You see us on the screen, but you don't know us personally. You feel what I'm saying? But again, it's the essence and the energy that's exuded through the video that you would know and be able to tell who's real and who the fuck is fake. You feel what I'm saying? And these motherfuckers here is fake as hell. These motherfuckers right here is fake as hell, and they wrong. They wrong. They wrong for what they did. They wrong for this. They wrong for this negative ass energy they've been putting out for the last week about this side piece shit. That shit really fucking disgusted me. That people have reverted to such a low vibrational stupid ass energy to be sitting up in here and say some shit is that, oh, let's talk about the side pieces and let's talk about how to do this and how to do that and how to get this out of this person and that out of that person and how to get this to go in your favor for that. And why are you wanting to play these type of manipulative ass games? The name to the game and the claim to fame is to ultimately attract your kingdom spouse and have divine marriages and to create divine lineages and bring royalty back to the bloodlines. So any message that's not following up into them ramifications in the name of love and relationship wise or whatever, you don't need to be listening to that shit. You don't need to be listening to that shit. That's why I rarely do love messages, because it be so much when people come in, everybody comes in their energy, and I channel that energy, and I really don't want to talk about love in that way. But that's the way the shit is going out here in this spiritual community. Love is really just being tainted with such low vibrational energy, and such stupidity that you can't get out a proper love message anymore. And if you do, again, it's 18 plus, and everybody, love is not all about humping and all this and what this person gonna do to you, this and that. Because again, that's projection of sexual energy as well. That's the incubus, succubus, Jezebel spirit. A person can love you and be intimate with you in more than one way than just being physical. So don't get trapped up in that shit. Use your common sense and use your discernment. Even when reading the titles, use your discernment. Don't click on no shit because it sounds good. That shit be clickbait. And then when you get in there, the motherfuckers can't read. They stutter and stanley. They pausing for the calls because the energy that they practice in is different than actually doing the reading, especially when they're going live and shit like that. Pre-recordings, they can probably stick it, you know what I'm saying, and get the message out without, the collective's energy intervening throughout the video. But when they doing these live streams and shit like that, and you jump in, especially when a divine one jumps in to a low vibrational stream, you'll notice the stuttering and the switching up, and the can't get the message to flow. The channeling stop, the quote unquote channeling stops, because again, divine has entered the room, and so that bullshit that they were saying, they can't say that shit no more. And you notice them try to change the subject midway throughout the reading, because they can't start what they can't finish what they started, because again, divine has entered into the room, and they're not able to spew that stupid ass shit no more. So just be careful. Just be careful how you energetically interact with these channels, and especially the messages that you're interacting with. But again, my darlings, my loves, these are the messages that I have for you all today. I'll be back on a little later on. And until next time, peace.